Okay, so yeah, like the strike blog, it was definitely the best source of information during the strike.
I think so.
Because
everyone was watching
everyone was reading it, everyone was posting comments.
Reading.
You got so many different perspectives on it, so many different questions that no one would have thought of. Well, not no one thought of because people were asking them. The vast majority of people weren't thinking of.
Yeah.
But the university itself can't have that same sort of mechanism. Like, it'd be great if there was a Gail Gottlieb blog where she, told everyone what was going on, and, the university just straight up told us what they were doing and had that sort of dialogue. But the problem is that if that happened, we'd see it as the university's spin on things, and them just trying to, like, milk us out of our money more.
What's the agenda, right?
Exactly.
But that's the problem with the attempt to have communication is people are always going to look at it, what are they actually trying to do
Exactly.
here?
And so that's...
So if we can look beyond that and just accept communication for what it is...
Sometimes an agenda, sometimes not an agenda.
Yeah, understand that there might be underlying issues, but the main thing is talk.
Yeah, exactly.
Let us know.
And that's I think, the biggest thing that I think the university needs to learn from this whole experience is that we're the advantaged school, right? The school has the most technology, the most interconnectedness. Why don't we have that dialogue going on all the time and not just during the strike?
Yeah.
I think that's something to really take away from the strike. Is we should be having a strike blog that we talk on every day, that students discuss the issues about the school. Why is enrollment dropping? Why? That's the main one. Why is enrollment dropping?
Yeah.
We're students. We know why enrollment's dropping, right? Because we're the same people who are not coming to the school. We're the same as them. And the people who are coming to the school are the same as the ones who are not. Just slightly different.
We just elected to come here.
Choice.
Yeah.
So we have insight into why other people are not coming to the school.
We'd be good people to talk to.
We'd be good people to talk to about how to make people come to the school, but the university doesn't ask us that.
Ever, do you find? Or do they? Because, did I ever pay attention before the strike?
It's possible that I just never thought about it, or that I never tried to find that sort of thing. Maybe they have been, and we just weren't interested in answering their questions.
Yeah.
But
it's not. Things aren't really interesting until they affect you.
Well, that's true.
Right?
And now the enrollment crisis is affecting us all because now we've had a strike that killed 3 weeks of our semester.
Now we're coming out of it.
And we have to make up for lost time.
Man, are you ready for the onslaught of work?
No, I didn't do any work during the strike.
Yeah. Well, it's tough though, right? Do you think teachers are going to expect all things due tomorrow or Thursday?
I really hope not. I think that would be completely unfair if professors expect for students to hand things in tomorrow or Friday. The first class back.
Yeah.
And I know I've heard of some people who have midterms the day they come back because they missed midterms, and I think that's completely ridiculous.
Do they know for sure that midterms? I mean, the faculty members haven't communicated.
You haven't been able to communicate with your professors, right? So you don't know for 100% sure, but I know of quite a few people who have said that my professor told me that if we missed a midterm, we would have it the day we got back.
Okay.
And that's ridiculous because you need to be able to talk to your professor in order to study or in order to
do a paper.
Do a paper, exactly.
Yeah.
I can't work on my essays. I mean, I can work on them to some extent, but a lot of stuff needs clarification.
Well, you like to think that, we've been inconvenienced pretty majorly here, right? So, I like to have a little bit of give and take. Give us a day to get back into it. Yes, we know we're responsible for whatever work we're supposed to be responsible for, or maybe you're going to have to reduce the workload in some capacity. Yeah. I'd like to hope so. But,
I sure hope so.
But don't expect things right away.
Everything takes a while to get back into. I was doing work the past 2 days, and it's so weird because I haven't been doing it for the past 3 weeks, really. You sit down and try to write an essay. And
you want to jump right back into it?
And you can't do it because, I can't wrap my head around how to write this stuff anymore. It's like
you forgot how to be a student.
Exactly. It's like coming back after summer vacation, right? You don't have a midterm the first day back from summer vacation.
Oh, yeah. That's a good way of looking at it.
Because you're not into it.
Yeah.
You're not in the school vibe. You haven't stayed up, till 3 in the morning every morning studying.
Yeah.
You need to, work your way into it.
Well, have you been in the library?
I've been in the library, the past 2 days.
There's a nice little vibe going on in there right now.
There's definitely oh my god, we have to study. Everybody freak out vibe. It's pretty fun.
So what do you think we could learn from this whole strike?
That's a good question.
Yeah. Because, I mean, ultimately this school is still an awesome place to be. I'm going to keep singing its praises. But we got to be able to do better than this down the road, right?
I think we have to work on improving the enrollment at the school. Because I think that's where the source of most of our problems come from.
Yeah, really it is.
That if our enrollment today was still what it was, and it's not a completely sensible comparison because there was the double cohort in the year that the first strike happened.
Yeah.
But if our enrollment was at the same level, comparably, I don't think we would have had this strike. And maybe the reason why our enrollment has decreased since 2004 is because there was a strike in the first year, in my first year, that year.
Well, yeah, for sure that has a huge effect on things.
But
just like we got to be so cautious about next year, right? Like
exactly, but we have to come up with ways. The school has to come up with ways to alleviate that.
Well, I think
we can't just say everything's cool. Let's just keep on going. Like we'll pull through. We'll be all right.
Yeah.
Things will get better. I mean, we have to make things better.
Yeah.
And I don't know how we're going to do that. But
do you know what the student's role would be to make things better?
I don't know.
Yeah. What is that answer?
But I think a lot of it comes from talking. I think that people just need to talk about it. And like the stuff that you've been doing with the YouTube videos, the strike blog, that sort of thing, that's got people talking.
Well, people want to get information. I mean, those strike blogs, I mean, the professor strike blog, John Eustache, I mean, he had lots of hits on that thing, you know, and that's his take on things. My videos are sort of my take on things. Miles had hit so like there is an interest, there's a desire for the information.
Yeah, people just want to, even if no information is 100% correct, people just want to have information available.
Because the more you have available, then you can make your own opinions on what you've heard.
See information, but they want to talk about the information.
Yeah.
They want to interact with it.
Yeah.
And that's going to be how we move forward.
And people don't always want to interact on these issues all the time. I mean, right now it's been first and foremost in our minds.
Oh, yeah.
And a week from now, it's...
Oh, I'm not going to care at all.
Well, you're going to be on doing your paper and you're
working on the newspaper.
Yeah, so life moves on, right?
Yeah.
But we can't forget, I think.
Yeah.
You know, these passions and these desires right now, right? These desires for change. Yeah. But it can get better. And I think it will. This is a step in the right direction. The faculty are happy if the admin can live with it, if both sides are willing to work within whatever was provided.
If both sides, if the faculty, presuming that they ratify the agreement, which we don't quite know yet.
Till like 5 o'clock, I think that's when the voting ends.
We don't know if they did, so presuming they did.
They need 50 plus 1, like 50% plus 1.
Oh, is that it?
So,
okay.
majority.
They'll do it. Who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe this will be one of those funny videos.
Wouldn't that be wild? Actually, guys, there's no class tomorrow.
Yeah. Presuming that that's ratified, I mean, then the faculty are happy. And that's good because that means that the faculty aren't going to leave the school. We're not going to see like a mass exodus of professors.
Yeah, and that's something I was concerned about.
Yeah. Definitely.
Because if they're not happy with it, if it's a slim majority, who knows, right?
I mean, if they get 50 plus 1 voting for this contract,
who's to say what's going to actually happen?
What about the other 49%?
Yeah.
Are they happy enough with the contract that they're going to stay, or are they going to look for other jobs?
Well, I'd like to think that information will be made public, like all numbers should be made public.
Probably. We'll at least know if it passes or fails.
Yeah.
Which I suppose is the most important part.
I guess so. But that goes the whole transparency issue. Like, how much should we know? How much is one organization allowed or obligated to keep private?
Yeah, that's true.
Do you have to be public with everything you do? I mean,
of course not.
Yeah. But when you're an institution, when things concern you,
a lot of students expect the university to be extremely transparent.
Yeah.
And that's just one of those things that, I mean, they aren't always. They don't always need to be, but students are going to ask the questions, whether or not the university gives us the information.
And
the university not giving the information when people ask only makes people come up with crazier ideas about what the information is. Like I remember at the general meeting for like the one that we didn't meet quorum for.
Yeah.
There was someone who got up and was like, I know this school has like crooked dealings with oil companies and stuff like that, and I'm sure if we could access that information, it's like, all right, sure, like maybe they do, but you have no information to prove it. It's like a good hunch on your part that they do.
Yeah.
That doesn't help anyone.
And I mean, if that is the case, I mean, that would be too bad. That there would be sad. But I'm not going to go around assuming the worst.
Exactly. You can't just, I think that the university has like these, illegal ties to drug cartels.
You like to think there's still a lot of good in the world,